let's crack into this draft and then get into the games.
Sweet.
And enough about Jordan Chris as well.
Okay.
He may be on the. I think I messaged you saying I was gonna just player cast you and Amo for AOE leagues, but I think big reveal. I think I'm gonna try and take 2 leagues as a caster and do all of Division D and H.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, we do need them, so
Yep. No, just trying to get followers by casting their games. That's the real plan. Okay, so let's bring up the draft. Again, are you going to watch through my screen?
yeah, I'll have it up there too. Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. So we saw Fence was a bit of a cooker. Actually, no, Fence or Yertle were quite slow on the picking, but Hut B straight into it, banning out Land Madness. Div F has been played in Maddie, not watched, and Quarry goes for Dome of the Rock. Interesting. I don't know if I'll cast a new Div F because I'll be too depressed losing all the time. And Fractal from Hut B. Now Hut B did love Fractal last time. Boomed into pressure. And Slopes for Dome of the Rock.
It's a different dynamic with the 2 home maps.
Very different dynamic.
You know, players might be picking a home map, not necessarily their favorite map, but maybe hoping their opponent picks their home map as well, so they have more of their favorite maps.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the snipes at the end here. It's very interesting. Bog Island's yet to be played. I believe the only map now yet to be played because we saw Legrand Foz in the previous set.
Okay.
But I think we haven't seen a Mudflow game yet either. Well, we might be about to see one now, actually. And Dome of the Rock, it's an interesting decision between these 2 maps because they're both a little bit not standard. But Fractal and Hidden Forts, Hut B going for the clown maps. Seemed to go quite well on the clowning maps last time too. Dome of the Rock played well on Fractal and then Land Madness. So we see Legrand Foz. We're opening with Legrand Foz for the 2nd time today. Slopes and Bog Island for Dome of the Rock. Fractal and Hidden Forts for Hut B. Interesting little draft. It's good to see some... Oh! Dome of the Rock randomed. They just let the timer run. They didn't want to make a decision. Interesting. Very interesting. They didn't care. That's the...
That has been a bit of a... that's been a bit of a... I don't know, do you remember doing that in the ACL?
I do remember that.
4v4?
I do remember that. What did we end up with? It was it's an emote on the server. I do remember. Remember that.
Desert Slope.
Desert Slope. Yeah, randoming into Desert Slope. Randoming into Legrand Foz. Interesting. And hang on. Excellent. So we'll go into the Civ draft. Kados wasn't here, but admin took out our minions first Civ last time. So I don't want to see his heart break again. But admin has been brutal so far. Sniping top tier Civs and favorite Civs for everyone. So let's see what admin's up to right now. Admin's actually... Oh, there you go. Iceman's Celt's gone straight away. And going, I think, again... Oh, if Iceman's here, he doesn't know how to pick a Civ, I don't think. He'll struggle. This is the Iceman and TDI killer. All their Civs are gone. No playing games on the Civ draft. And lit band, interesting.
It's going to be another random.
Yeah, maybe Dome of the Rocks just likes the random. This parallel pick allows you both to pick the same Civ. So banning our minions here could be counterproductive.
I think with this one, the parallel pick, it's a bit of a snap and grab, actually. If you pick first, the opponent doesn't get it.
There you go.
So Goss... Because I learned that in the... See, Goss is not selectable at the moment.
There you go.
I learned that in the show match against Kados.
Well, Unintentional,
So
but I like it.
I think it's good. It
Yeah.
actually I've got some plans for a tournament. The Hungry
Isn't
Hungry
it?
Hippos tournament with
Ah,
where
parallel
you
pick.
got to grab up your parallel picks, get them
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, definitely. That I actually love
I
that. That's a Hungry Hungry Hippos following Blue's Clues with thematically on point.
the I like it as well because picking first means you get the civ you want, but picking second means you can see what they go for and maybe you can you know, counter pick a little bit.
Well, I think we see that in action right there. Goths quickly picked Byzantines to follow. Is that a counter pick straight off the bat?
Mm. Maybe that's just a not keen on Bog Islands and wanting to play easy fires.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we see Hindustanis taken by
Dravidians.
Hut Bay. Sorry.
I think we did see Dravidians as an early pick. I think Dome had Bog
Don't,
Islands as their home map in the first time,
they
and
absolutely did.
their first pick was Dravidians, I think, from memory.
Okay, so they're coming with something prepared. I have a Dome of the Rock theory that they are Nessie, and Hut B has snapped up Hindustanis, which is one of Nessie's favourite civs.
Mm.
And Hut B is not drafting for Bog Islands, I don't think, unless it is that Byzantines pick, as you call. I think they're
I think maybe it's the Spanish cannon galleons in the Imperial Age.
playing for late game on Bog Islands is dangerous. Um, and Hut B we know to be a little bit of a cooker, so I'm kind of getting excited for FC Ghoul. Prepared to be disappointed as Dome of the Rock picks up the food trucks as well. Interesting draft so far. Go back to the maps because I've already forgotten.
I mean, Dome of the Rock seems very clear that one of these maps is like a look at Turks being banned, picking Bohemians. So
Yeah,
maybe is that
that's Hidden
Hidden
Forts.
Fort?
Surely that's Hidden Forts. Yeah. And I think is that possibly Cumans from Hut B or Spanish being both closed map powerhouses.
Yeah.
Japanese is an interesting pick. That is going on theme. Japanese is a comfort Nessie pick. Favorite civ in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Persians for
But you were
Hut B.
saying Hut B preferred the Hindustan. That was the Nessie pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I
Hindustanis.
think Dome is Nessie, so I think they're upset they lost Hindustanis.
Okay.
Hut
I
B.
think Japanese. I feel like there's two schools of thoughts with Fractal. You can go for a civ like Japanese, Italians, Dravidians,
Yeah.
play it like a hybrid map,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
you play like Persians, Berbers, and play it like a heavy cav kind of, with a bit of Siege Workshop
Yep.
stuff in the middle. I used to try to play Fractal like the Japanese, but
Yep.
I struggled. There's a bit of spoiler action going on here. There was a strange bug in the draft here.
Yeah.
Dome of the Rock got couldn't pick.
Yeah, okay.
So I jumped in and it said they were not in the draft anymore.
Right.
So I got to pick guest, and then I
Interesting.
realized, oh, hang on, if they go back in and refresh,
Yeah.
then they join the guest. It should give them the pick. So I don't know what's happening here, but
Been
yeah,
those last
Ethiopians.
I just fast
They did
forward to
pick.
the end.
Yeah, they did get Ethiopians. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know what happened there, but yeah, it was a little bit problematic, especially with the random bans. It's not like you can just say, "Hey,
Yeah, just start
redo the
again.
draft the same."
Yeah. No, that's an impossible thing to do, but it looks like you got it to work though. So
Yeah,
that's really important.
I got paid the admin.
Yeah, yeah.
There we
Checks in the mail, mate.
go.
So we're starting with Le Grand Fosse, and are we thinking? Are we looking at this draft, and the players are thinking maybe? I think Hut B is looking for maybe a more closed map attempt at that, whereas Dome of the Rocks maybe looking to go a bit more aggressive. Maybe cooking something with Goths. Maybe looking at Ethiopian archer play or Georgians. Dravidians are definitely for Bog Islands. But they has to be going Byzantines or Persians for Bog Islands. I can't see any of the other four civs working. unless they've cooked up something absolutely crazy.
Yeah, Persians could be all right, but I think Persians have to be fractal. Like the Persians become my fractal
Yeah.
div, like number one.
My
Um,
my big throw comment here is if we see humans on Fractal, is this Quiet Pro confirmed? We know that Quiet Pro loved the human pick and was upset they didn't get to use it. So
it's true. That's true.
hidden forts, I think humans is more likely to be hidden forts, and I think that's
Mm.
Bohemians.
Do you think maybe watching the Cumin boom on Hidden Forts, even though they lost the game, they saw the huge potential, how straightforward it could be.
Oh, I think
Um,
so. I think I think they're backed in the fact that they can wall behind and maybe just pay a bit more attention to the walling or a bit more closer
yeah.
walling. I also think Gold Gumbars was a bit slow on the click up, so I think
Yep.
they
Okay.
could have been up maybe 5 or 10 vils quicker, which creates a very, very different situation there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You
so,
have the military coming out in time, and you could
yeah,
probably just play knights, right? Like
yeah. You can play
you
knights, you
don't
can
have to
play
play.
steps, you can play
Yeah.
camels for a short period. Yeah,
Yeah. Whereas I think Gold Gumbas was forced to play camels
yeah,
just to try to.
just to hold.
Yeah.
Just to hold. Yeah, no, well, look, interesting Civ draft for the players. I'm going to bring up the rec because we're going to Legrand Foz to start. And I don't know what we're going to go for.
Do you think any of the players are adjusting their original plan based on the Civs draft by their opponent? Like,
Um,
do you
I
think it's too much to try to? It's a lot harder to read the mind of a player that you don't know. You've only got
yeah,
one. You've only got one set, which is literally just 2 games. It wasn't even like you've got
no,
3 games to go off.
yeah,
Uh,
and a lot of speculation from me, but a lot of people disagreeing with my speculation as well. So Um, I think the players are still drafting for themselves and focusing on their plans rather than their opponent's plans.
mhm.
And I actually think for me that's my biggest intention with this tournament is to give the players confidence to play their style and play their game.
Yeah.
And strategize within what's in control of what they can do prior to the game and then strategize once the game starts rather than
Mm,
absolutely cooking up a player based strategy. So I've been
yeah.
quite impressed by that. Nessie calling me out for talking out of my ass. It is true. It is true. I won't deny it. I'm in game and I can load up to any time. If you're when you're ready to go, just let me know.
Sorry, I just ducked down to get my dog to stop barking.
Oh, I couldn't even
All right,
hear it,
I'm
so that's good.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yep. Are you at 0 seconds?
Yep, 0 seconds.
Okay, cool. So let me bring up the right page and 3, 2, 1, go. We see Dome of the Rock versus Hut B, and we've got Goths into Teutons. So Goths the first pick for Dome of the Rock. Teutons the last pick for Hut B. So maybe there is a bit of shenanigans at play as we see instant loom. Is that just Goth
Towers.
sinks, or are we going forward?
I think. Yeah, I think that's a goth thing, but also maybe just probably I don't know. Based on this villager movement, it looks like they're worried about getting lamed. Maybe.
Yeah. Hut B, wait, is game fine. So I'm getting a theory on this game already. Look, I think this is a lame attempt. There's 3 boars. Can we just kill them all with 1 vil?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
oh, there's a pause. Is it fast? And it should be. Is it recording? Feels normal. Fast is standard, right? Okay. So
Ah.
we can probably reveal that there was a game played on fast mode instead of standard. So it's at
Yeah.
2 time rather than 1.
a spoiler. It wasn't a game, it was a
It's
series.
a series. Yeah, the entire series. As we see, Puppy responding to the lane quite well, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
No
getting...
Loom, though.
Oh, and what was the villain? That was... Loom is just in now. I mean, losing one Vil... Oh, what's going on here? What are they doing?
Trying to de-aggro with the house trick, but
Yeah.
missing.
But what...
Just going to kill the Vil.
What's Dome done? Like, yeah. Just let the board do its work. Is Dome going to try and quick wall somewhere? And the board de-aggros, and that's a dead Vil. So one ball for one Vil, and a minute vital TC time. So Dome has come to cook. Hut B was the cooker in set one, against good old Fence. But Dome's the cooker here.
I mean, definitely seems to be more of a loss there with 2 villager idle time.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing with 3 boars means the lame impacting you a little bit less.
Yeah, absolutely.
For example, on Fractal with one elephant, if you lose that elephant, that's 100% of your boars.
No, definitely. The losing one boar out of 3 isn't huge. If Dome was there to kill the boars, right? If Dome could have taken 2 or 3 of the boars, that was huge. But taking only 1, not...
Well, have a look at the reaction from Hut. Just going to mill the boar.
Yeah.
So even though the boar has technically not been lamed, right?
Yeah.
The scout didn't get the last hit, so I think that's a good reaction.
Yeah. And you can take the other boar right next to that mill. And
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it means you don't mill the shorefish, but they're pretty heavy onto wood.
Yeah.
They have had to adjust quite a lot, Hut B.
They have. It has now been 30 seconds of idle TC time, so...
yeah, they finished
from
all
their
their
perspective.
sheep pretty quick.
They did, yeah. Already on farms, but Tootin Farms, obviously, nice and cheap.
Absolutely. You don't mind that as students. Now, I wonder if this was initially a towers attempt from Hut B that's now got a hybrid into a fast castle.
I think it might be.
Based on what they've been forced into. But Dome is up.
Oh, we're going to see a slight... One player will lose their scout.
Ooh.
Dome
loses their scout. Dome taking a few L's there.
Also on the shorefish now, so...
Yep.
There we go. I'm surprised maybe an early shorefish... if you're going to go for the lame, the shorefish, you could have less Vils taking shorefish.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a slightly improved attempt at a lame, right?
Definitely.
Looks like somehow lured a boar, tried to lame with a scout and a Vil. It's a little bit difficult, I would say. Like, that's definitely beyond my skill set. And
it's probably where they kind of lost that Vil getting punched in on the wall because they weren't actually able to pay as much attention. So maybe shorefish is a bit better. You can put full attention into the lane and then transition back to your boars later on. But they're up. They're getting eco upgrades, and we're dropping an archery range.
I think that's good. I think scouts may be a little bit difficult to get value here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Scouts too easy to wall out, and they can't get into the little base. And Puppy hasn't even clicked up yet. Hasn't even gone to gold.
Definitely a fast castle attempt, I think, because maybe they're, I mean, 5 farms already. Maybe they're a little bit worried about how much food they potentially lost, but
yeah,
we'll probably find that it's not going to be a huge issue. There's shorefish around that they have just started taking.
Yeah,
they're still on the boar, right? There's still a boar.
Still a boar. There's quite a lot of food in the hands of those villagers. And they're going to stone with the boar villagers.
Oh,
And is this just going to be a castle drop?
maybe it's the latest Men-at-Arms towers you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it could be the latest Men-at-Arms test. This was my plan. I'm sticking to it.
There is the barracks there. Maybe the barracks is just like against scouts, maybe going for spears.
Oh,
But,
and
I
the
mean,
archers! The archers! Oh! The archers almost got in. The
That was
Vil
close.
just knocked it down, but they're off stone. Sorry, the barracks... Yeah. The barracks is interesting. It's not a real FC move.
Maybe they're just thinking, I need to add in a little bit of military to defend.
Yeah.
But I think the towers, like a tower on that stone, probably an FC still fine. Like,
Oh, 100%, yeah.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what choices they make.
But haven't dropped any buildings. They're up. They're getting
Not on
wood
gold
upgrades.
either.
Not on gold. Look, the lane wasn't perfect, but it's really got into Hut B's head, I think.
I think so. I think this is going to be a situation where they forget the 2 buildings as well.
Yeah.
Um,
They don't even have the res
there
for
we go.
the...
There's
No,
a
they do.
blacksmith.
They do have the res for both, yeah. And fletching is now in.
Yeah, the barracks is unusual. I think maybe, yeah, you're right. I think a little bit of hesitation. I think it's worth putting a tower down on that stone, right? You've invested a bit of
Definitely.
gather rate.
And you know the archers are kind of out of position. There are a few floating around. And Dome of the Rock has been good at finding different areas to push and forcing Hut B to keep reevaluating. And there's the tower.
There we
But
go.
it is under archer fire.
I mean, there's only, what, 2 archers and a skirm there.
Yeah.
Like, I think, yeah, you move the weak fields away, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just in time. 3 HP, 7 HP, sorry.
Plenty. And that's a shooting tower, so
Oh,
they're going to die pretty quickly. Somebody's been watching their Hera videos, though, on the other side, battering down the gate because it's low PS armor. Whereas Palisades have a 5 PS armor.
I'm always surprised watching players build palisade gates when they have no intention of moving out.
Oh, it's a noob bait, right?
Yeah.
But
Or worse, drop in a palisade gate which deletes a segment of walls, and then the
Oh.
military just goes straight through.
I've been there. Now, Hut B is about to click up. Oh, it's about to be up. Is up.
Hit. I think you buy wood for a siege workshop, and just get a good shot against the archers. He's long distancing the stone inside the initial base, which I think is good. Maybe just a tower protecting the stone and the gold inside where the TC is would be good.
Yeah.
And then a siege workshop pushes everything back. Oh, there we go. There's the
Yeah.
tower.
And that shouldn't get denied. There may be 1 or 2 vills lost, but I don't think so. Dome's got to get out of there and protect their army. Oh, they're diving it. We didn't even get 1 vill kill.
Oh, it's choosing to commit inside. Okay. Maybe just idling.
Yeah,
idling the
maybe
eco as much.
choosing the other gate to go out because it was easier to
fair
path.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah, but has to. I mean, they've added farms in. They've got pretty heavy gold eco. They're on berries. They should be able to click up short. I don't think they're not too far away. They have added a market. I missed if there was a bit of market abuse. Not yet. Just sitting archers under the tower. And the TC. Oh, gets that Vil kill.
Yeah, I think they're at home, microing the market a
Yep.
little bit and clicking
Yep.
up.
Yep. Yeah, the market micro has definitely come in.
What players don't use stand ground attack stances?
Well, that's been a little bit frustrating me, and they had some very nice quick walls there from Hut B. Well read.
Yeah, really good.
That tower's got 4 kills. The 2 towers have got 6 kills between them, which has been really nice. But what is Hut B doing? They've added a TC. and just killed a skirm with it. And going for a stable. I think a siege workshop probably would have been nicer.
I think maybe just planning on booming and maybe a couple of knights to keep the archers away is the idea.
Yeah. We've already got the tower, and we're garrisoning the TC instead of the tower, which is a bit of an L. And almost going to break out the other palisade gate. Yeah, so Hut B, if we think about their fractal game in the first set, was under a castle drop pressure. They had food trucks all over their eco, and they dropped 4 TCs and played Mangonel defense. And even in game 1, where they had a failed lame on Monocle, so Hut B has been going forward and laming in every game. They still dropped 4 TCs as soon as they got up, and they were always second to Castle Edge. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a bit of market abuse to get some stone and some TCs, but looking at the wood situation, I don't think that'll be the case.
Well, I think I saw Hut B queue second armor and then cancel it, realizing...
Ooh! That was a risky castle.
Oh, 2 knights is not enough.
Yeah.
They cancelled second armor because I think they realized I'll have no knights with 2 armor, so...
Yeah. No knights with 2 armor, 2 knights with no armor. And now no knights with no armor.
Fair bit of kills from that TC again.
Yeah, units just pathing down into it.
Oh, and Dome of the Rock turning up again at the
right spot.
the new castle.
See the castle. I don't think they can deny this, but
they could definitely get a bit more value. They're just attacking. There we go. Has moved in.
And diving in on the other side from behind.
This is huge.
Yeah. Dome of the Rock. It's thrown too much. It needs to get out of there now. Is it going to deny? No, good micro. They've individually clicked the bills. Yeah. Now,
They've
TC
lost a lot of
took
units,
3.
though.
Yeah. And the castle should go up. So far, buildings are the MVP for Hut B. And this is interesting. Is this I'm playing Teutons, they're Goths, I have to make KP boys?
I hope so. Although you wouldn't right now, right?
Oh, well, it would be...
Against crossbow.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the smartest move. And, Dome of the Rock is killing Gaia.
Oh, wow. APM, but, I mean, a Centurion is way too strong.
Centurion with 2 kills. I think, is there meant to be 3 Legionaries there? And the Spearmen.
Yeah.
So, and a couple of Spearmen. So they got a couple of kills of Gaia.
They did. The Spearmen go down pretty quickly.
Yeah. And Hut B's just floating a bit of wood.
Look at the Vil count at the moment. Hut B's on now 3 TCs, has had 2 for a while. Dome of the Rock has just added their second now, but it's actually ahead in villages. So
yeah, and Dome of the Rock's got 17 eco kills. So not just that castle. I think there was maybe some damage being done on the TC that's got 7 kills. I wonder if we look back if we'll see some dead vills under there. And the crossbows in position again, getting kills.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, can snipe some farms. Yeah, Hut B does a good job to delete them.
Couple deleted. I think this is going to show where, we said earlier the Siege Workshop would have been the way forward, and because there hasn't been a Siege Workshop until just now, there's the first Mangonel coming out. Dome of the Rock has continued to add in crossbow, which makes sense, right?
Oh, absolutely. And Dome of the Rock's now forced himself into a stronger economic position. And
have a look. Do you know what you were talking about a couple minutes earlier? We do see the first Teutonic Knight on the way.
And we've got a bit of Mango Micro coming in with 2 kills on it straight away now. And there are crossbows right there at the gather point. The first Teutonic Knight is not going to live long. Doesn't even make it to the crossbows.
Wow.
The only good thing... No, he's seen it. I was going to say, the only good thing about that is those crossbows weren't being controlled by Dome of the Rock, so they didn't see it. But they do see it now. And
There's still a few crossbows at the top, right?
yeah. Yeah, and the mangonels
There they go.
either side.
Oh,
Now, we do need ballistics. They could have been so much more damaging if there was ballistics. Although that is a nice tower. Oh, mangonel, big shot.
huge shot, yeah. One more shot and that's it.
That's pancakes. And there's a tower there to protect, which is quite nice from Hut B. But again, 26 eco kills to 1. And able to get out onto 3 TCs. Able to get to a position where they can put a castle up. And have the gold for Imp, but not the food. I think we just need to see...
This crossbow dodge on the castle and then it's the tower.
A mangonel just got splats.
Wow.
Oh, man. Absolute splats.
Don't know even on that crossbow.
Yep. And we can go watch the single crossbow microing itself around.
The military count now not looking as scary as it did before. It was what 30-0, but that mangonel finally.
Yeah, the mangonels showing why they probably should have been thought of first. 14 kills between the 3 mangonels. If there's a mangonel instead of 2 knights, the first castle goes up where they wanted it. And I thought we had a TDI castle because I saw 1 build, but 7 on the side.
Do you think we're going to see a bit of market abuse into Imp and Trebs as the plan?
Oh, surely. Surely.
Like, look at the macro. We've got perfectly balanced villages, but
1-1-1.
1,500 gold. 1,500 gold is a lot.
Surely we just drop the hammer at the market and go on. Castle's completed. We've got our buildings.
Going for a monastery as well.
Petard. There's a petard. Hut B's cooking.
It's that TDI confirmed.
TDI confirmed. Tambo is asking if you can convert Gaia, and Gaia is unconvertible. So yeah, TDI is simultaneously all 8 players at the moment. He would definitely have made a second petard, or maybe does he know about the castle? He doesn't know, and he's moving out with knights now. Hut B.
Hut B could actually shoot that grey palisade wall and theoretically break in. I don't know what the petard is for.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, okay, and a single petard's all you need to get in on palisades anyway. But yeah, they don't need to. They can just shoot it.
It's ranged. They don't auto attack walls though, so
no, they don't. And Dome of the Rock has marketed their way up as knights enter their base, and they're on their way to Imp. And Hut B's eco is probably looking a little bit better. 35 farms. They've got that shooting farming. They need to get the second wood upgrade, but I think they're stronger economically. But Hut B's going to be up first to Imp.
Did you catch, there was a couple of Huskarls queued up, and then the Knights came in, cancelled the Huskarls, and queued Spears instead.
Interesting.
So, based on the eco, just selling everything to go Imp.
Yeah.
Having to cancel Huskarls and go Spears, I think they know they're in a little bit of a possible, time of weakness, right? They've just spent a lot of res on Imp.
Yep.
With not many military units on the field.
No. And the commitment.
They don't even have the score lead.
No, they don't. They're on the Imps. Oh no, they're both up to Imp now. So yeah, that's that eco coming through. That is that eco coming through. As you can just see, Hut B just dropping farms. Hut B just. This is what they've done so far. Is they've cooked a little bit. Do we see the convert? Oh, well done.
Oh, we do. Wow.
Castle kills 1 against the Teutons as well.
Oh. We see the men-at-arms upgrade for the Teutons, so
supplies.
A bit of sword play. Supplies. I guess it makes sense. The Teutons do have hand cannons.
Yeah. I mean, in an infantry battle, obviously Teutonic Knights, but Teuton champions are going to eat Goth champions.
Correct, yeah.
But I actually think the Goth player, I think going full crossbow is not necessarily a bad play for them, or even heavy cav archer is probably the play.
Okay.
Against students, I just don't know what else they can really do. They can't play infantry. There's a lot of monks being added in by Dome. So we see Dome is getting the relics. And that early trap is important.
And that petard is just sitting in regret right now.
Yep, that's 150 res you're not getting back. As you see the castle now ranging the house.
Oh, it does.
But no attempts to repair the castle either from Hutton. They don't actually have a lot of stone. And building preemptive houses, ready for the castle to go down.
Wow. Look at the res float right now. It's quite insane.
They can
Like,
go
has
up
invested
to
in
again.
He's invested in the like swords upgrades, but hasn't built any.
Yeah, like just the infantry. To go for the infantry, but not to do anything. The army's just not there for Hutton. They're just sitting back and absorbing pressure. And here they go, 5 barracks being dropped.
There we go. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just start producing right now, because you've got the res.
And we've been so busy. Dome of the Rock has taken the first player to take a Gaia base.
Wow.
In the eastern corner. And that must have been where their units. I wonder how much they lost to get that.
Well, the KD is, they've lost 67 and Hut B has killed 54.
So we've lost 13 units to Gaia on 2 different sides, we will say, but 13 units to Gaia, but they have got a relic. And they have got gold access. And no one's gone for the extra stone in the middle. And no one's keen to take on the longbow. Now, is this... So we see 2-handed swordsman. Do we want an onager? Do we want to see siege onager? Scorpion?
I think we just want to see some sort of production. We've got champion on the way, and not one infantry unit. Oh, there we go. And now we queue up 51.
Oh, 51 champions ready to go. And Monka's in play for the Goth player. And Anarchy, Bracer. I like Bracer. I like staying on crossbow Bracer. They've got help.
2 monks going down to a mangonel.
Yep, that's really handy. I mean, if Hut B gets all the infantry on the field, they're fine. And they've got the resources to just keep producing forever.
It's just it's hard to get the numbers up if you only started queuing a couple minutes ago, right?
No, there's no point having 60 champions in the queue. And there are hostile raids, and the Goth player is doing what Goths do. They're just diverting attention, taking a push, but here we go. The numbers are there, there's no micro, and this is where the Tune player starts to push back. Their infantry is just that much better than the Goth's infantry. There's talk in chat about Goth infantry winning because of cost, but shooting infantry win because they're that much better. And you will run out of...
Have a look at the transition now. We've got chemistry on the way.
Excellent.
Archer armor. Second archer armor is already in.
Yeah, it's going to be hand cannons.
Hand cannons. I mean, the crossbow is still around, so that's going to slow them down.
Yep. And Hut B keeps the Trebs alive as well. But this is a scary number of champions.
It is.
Scary, scary number of champions. This is going to melt this castle. Just getting the armor in now.
And I'm sure Dome of the Rock is wishing for all that gold float they had earlier in the game,
right? Absolutely. But having said that, Hut B is going to be out of gold soon. Unless they've got 3 tiles in their base that they have reclaimed, and that castle has been deleted by the champions. Oh, have they... But Dome of the Rock is going and killing Gaia units for some reason in the western corner. But the flood starts from the other side, and Hut B dropping barracks on the other side.
Wow.
But I don't think we can stop this Teutonic Night. Oh, this Teutonic flood of champions. 85 champions still.
Usually it's the Goth with this reputation
Yeah.
from what you see, right? Maybe the Goth player feeling a little bit like they had the game in their claws there.
A bit slow to push, I think. They let the Teuton player get into this position. And Goths can't answer this. Teutonic champions are like kryptonite for the Goth. This is a flood. This is the opposite of what we expect, but at the same time, there are Huskars all over the Teutonic base.
And I think Hut B has struggled to cope with lots of things going on at once.
Definitely.
But I don't think it matters because their champions are going to be doing a lot more damage.
Just without watching them, the champions are just decimating this base. Like, there's Dome of the Rock eco has just been deleted.
We do see Dome of the Rock on stone at the quarry.
Oh, very good.
Right side. It's interesting because when I played this map a few years ago, like controlling the stone was kind of like the majority of the gameplay. Oh,
and the GG's call.
Wow.
Game 1 goes to Hut. Yeah, I think controlling the stone's interesting because otherwise you have to buy castles. Both players just ignored it, and I think, Dome rightly calls the GG there. That champion flood, boom, nothing, boom into champions, and just Hut B. Hut B does not like playing until Imperial Age. I'm gonna say that they love the flood.
There was definitely a self-imposed restriction, like the fact that there was a champion queued up before any single infantry unit.
Yeah,
was interesting to me, right? Like, I guess it didn't matter. They had enough time in the end, obviously, but you're floating 2k food and gold.
Yeah,
you may as well spend it, right?
You may as well
spend it. They did eventually.
Yeah. Oh, and look, it was tight. They just got enough production out.
Yeah, just in time.
Dome probably Dome didn't push too tentatively, but you had to be thinking Teutons are going to win against me in infantry battles. Time and time again, the Teuton player is going to beat the Goth player.
What do you think? What do you think would have happened if instead of buying the food at the market to go imp, buying the food and just spamming Huskars all over the map? Like,
just disrupting the eco and putting them on the back foot. Probably a better move.
Do you think Dome of the Rock learnt from that game though? In the following up games, like rather than just get a small advantage in Castle Age, maybe I need to actually push the game a little bit earlier because Hut B is a bit of a late game
expert
comeback.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw it out there. I think another thing Dome of the Rock has to learn is even though they did what I would call a relatively unsuccessful lane, they really disrupted Hut B's opening. And they pushed them into quite a challenging position. But I want to go back to the drafting here and go, that is number 1 Civ versus the number 6 pick Civ. Hut B pulled out Teutons, I'm pretty confident, as a Goth counter. And played them on the first map. So, well played, Hut B. I think that's a win in the draft there. That's a huge win in the draft for them.
Massive, massive.
So well done to Hut B. But Dome's got a lot of lessons to take there, and Dome's in the winners bracket. So let's hopefully see if they can adjust and adapt what they're doing. And we'll see what's happening.
If you look at the map draft, you've got slopes and you've got bog islands. Like Bog Islands is a perfect map to change momentum, right?
100%. 100%.
Like you just lost on a kind of late game boomy infantry kind of spam.
Mm.
All right, let's go water. Let's see how you go on that. Um,
And you look at the
I
draft,
probably
and there's what Persians or Byzantines are your only options to be up
mm,
against, and you got to be pretty confident with Dravidians that you'll outmass Byzantine fires.
mm-hmm. Or just go for a couple of demos. You get your galley mass up, and
Yep.
then a couple of demos. All of a sudden,
Yeah,
game over.
absolutely.
After that game, if I was Dome of the Rock, if I wasn't happy with Bog Islands, like Slopes is too similar. I feel like Slopes is going to play out a very similar way.
Slopes
I would
has
be,
aggression potential, but tends to play out late.
yeah, and I think in Le Grand Fossé you saw them like they didn't really win the game
No.
in Feudal Age or Castle Age. I feel like you let Hut B. That's a Hut B kind of map based on that last game.
Yeah.
I would be thinking I'm going to play Fractal. That's what I would do next.
Yeah,
if I wasn't.
take him to Hut B's take him to Hut B's home map Fractal.
But I mean, Bog Islands is sort of the obvious choice, right?
I think it has to be Bog Islands. It's the most different map. You get your win on the board. You kind of settle in, and you go to push Hut B into an uncomfortable position, pick up momentum.
Exactly right. The psychological battle in these best of fives are
it's huge.
are massive.
Here's a reverse theory to everything we've just said. Play the worst map you have next and get it out of the way. And looking at that, I reckon that's Hut B is going to be strongest on hidden forts, and then reverse sweep. Back yourself in.
Wow.
It's
ballsy.
In. It's ballsy. It'll tell us a lot about Dome of the Rock if they do it, though. So I'm just going to load up the next game. So just to chat, I didn't actually know what map was going to be played as of yet, but I do now. We're going to Slopes. So the map we thought... Oh, no, hang on. I might have loaded the wrong game.
I think I've got
I did load the wrong
different map.
Yeah. I loaded Fence versus Yodel, which we saw earlier today, which is an epic Slopes game, and I'll definitely watch it again. We're going to Bog Islands as predicted. And I'll bring up my capture age. And we're seeing Spanish. Maybe it is fast in Cannon Galleons. Spanish into Dravidians. -20 caster yellow there. That's it. Are you at 0 seconds?
I am, yep.
Yep, cool. All right, well, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go. So we've got Dome of the Rock coming into Bog Islands, their home map, for the first time in this tournament, playing as the Dravidians against Hut B, our late game specialist, playing as the Spanish. And look at Hut B already with the 1 vil each on houses and taking their buffalo meat. So they're already cooking something.
Pro Spanish player here. Do you
Pros.
think they also do that with the Romans with the 5% speed? Is that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they should really play on free houses if they're really taking advantage of it.
We've got a bit of chat.
Hut B. Hut B loves the chat. Hut Lee. Kados calling me out. That's a good one, Kados. That's between you and I. But that was hilarious. Kados thought I had a pet buffalo because I was talking about my lawn, which is buffalo lawn.
Oh, very nice lawn.
So he thinks I'm a buffalo expert.
Look at the lumber camp for Hut B.
Yeah,
it's forward. A very small wood line.
And right on the water, which means it's
yeah.
Don't just ignore Hut B, actually. Is this an Iceman moment? Is this when we go Dome is Iceman? I can't see Iceman picking this map though.
If he did, he'd pick Mongols for sure, right?
Oh, 100%. And go FC Knights.
Wonder if we'll see the demos coming out to play, like on the villages, right? Like you can get a big shot on the wood line.
So who's got the better wall potential? I think I think it's probably easier for Dome to wall off because they're closer to the corner. Sorry, Hut to wall off because they're close to the corner. Just drop in the corner walls. And
But
they've
have a
got...
look on the top of Dome where the lumber camp is.
Yeah.
The island goes to the edge, so you can just wall almost like you'd wall to the CC, right? Just on the diagonal where that house is.
Yeah. It's an easy wall, but it's a lot less space. But I guess
True.
I guess demos are an issue. You know, you just want a little bit of space. You don't need to give too much up.
Plus, you're kind of thinking Dravidians. I'm going to use the bonuses to get the military lead, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You also see it's not Byzantine pick, so
Yeah.
that makes you maybe think, okay, it's going to be a straight
Galley battle.
galley vig. I've just realised the Spanish do get a bonus for their galleys.
Do
The
they?
fletching does not cost gold,
Oh, okay.
and they get gold. They do get gold from it.
So
So maybe very niche bonus, but
it's a bit of a cooking build. Yeah, they also build docks faster, so they can
That's
build
true.
more of them. I don't know. I feel like we're clutching at straws a little bit here.
a little bit, yeah.
So, but I'm curious as to Hut's build here because they've just taken their first ball. They've got 2 fishing ships out with a 3rd on its way. Is this a fast castle? As
Maybe.
Dome struggles just a little bit to get up with a bit of idle eco time, but Hut's got a bit more idle eco time.
I mean, Bog Islands is a very unusual map in
Yeah,
the sense that a lot of the other water maps are either you have to play heavy on fish
Yeah.
and use the fishing eco, or you just ignore fish completely and there's enough res, like Water Nomad, right?
yeah,
Your starting fishing ships are enough to get you there. Whereas
Yeah.
this is sort of, it's kind of like Water Nomad, but you don't start with fishing ships. You've just got the extra bore, so it's not like you can just go in blindly to this map thinking, oh, I'll just play a standard hybrid approach to it.
Yeah.
So maybe
maybe that's what we're seeing. Hut has clicked up. They're a minute behind, and they've only made the 3 fishing ships. We see second dock for Dome. I mean, the water maps are more than anything rely on timing, right?
100%.
A minute behind in production. If the production is strong, and if we can get a quick and there's the blacksmith, and we'll have the res for fletching. And they're getting that little wall off like you asked for as well. So I think Dome are in a power position early, just in how they've played this. And Hut, I mean, they're Spanish, but they haven't even dropped a second dock yet.
It's unusual. Maybe it's going to be single dock fire ship.
Yeah. It's not...
I do think players who haven't played much water haven't learnt how difficult losing water control is against galleys, right? As soon as you've got like 6 galleys, like that's hard to come back from.
Absolutely.
It's an FC. It's an FC.
It's an FC.
And a demo. Oh, okay. I don't mind that because it's a gamble. You get a single demo and you take out 6 fills.
Yep. Or is it predicting? Are they predicting fires because they just haven't really read the meta? We'll see a lot here if it's garrisoned internally. Yep. And we waste a demo on 3 galleys. I mean, they have to path through that wood line. You can almost 1 tile away from a dock block there.
It's amazing, isn't it?
But Jesus, the mill. I love the mill. Because you need it for the market, which they forgot, and they're up to Castle Age. But
and have a look.
It's going to be comps.
Wood eco.
What wood eco?
Don't have enough wood for a lumber camp. We'll have to use the market.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, here comes the demo. Surely, great reaction from Dome. Now pull. Yep, that's fine. You kind of take that. Fish has been killed. This is definitely a castle. This is definitely Cox.
And he sees it now, right? Look
Yeah.
at that. That second stone pile at least is out
Yeah.
of range. But I mean, what do you do? Like, you can't go conks on this map, right?
No, surely not.
A second demo shot, not getting any kills.
No, and the more demos, the less you can afford when you get up. And there's a demo in production. There's a demo. What's that demo going for? For a dome. Just chilling. Oh, all right. Here's my prediction for what I'd love to see. Risky castle position right on the edge to try and push everything back, and the demo destroys the foundation.
That would be fantastic.
It's happening.
Oh,
Oh, too late. Too out of position. But get the galleys in. I think they can range that. If they get into the right position, it's going to go up. It's a Spanish castle. What am I saying? But now...
I mean, the castle goes up, but what do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that demo. Oh,
Castle-
underwhelming, but
Yeah.
it happened.
It happened. Oh, man, my prediction almost came to fruition. I think you make sure they can't re-dock, and then you just patrol conks around the land part of your base. Now, there is a gap. The wall's not been finished by Dome of the Rock on the western side of their base there. But they themselves are on stone. They themselves are looking like they'll click up shortly. And they've had free fishing eco, although they've only made 2 fish. But no conks.
But it's enough to get them to castle age.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
So we see the conks now, but I don't know if this is the play. I think you can just defend on water too easily.
I think so as well. Especially, you know, if the galleys don't trickle the conk numbers down, they're going to bunch up the conks, and then you hit them with a demo and see you later.
I just think the galleys can just get away from the conks too easy. They can go onto water and they can outrange them. Demos can be a big problem for them. It's a risk, right? If you can get in and do some damage, it'll pay off. But
maybe we'll see the Dravidian player. Do you think they're going to drop TCs and boom? Or they see the scout now coming in, and there we go. They blocked it up.
But there's still another hole on the other side.
Where's the hole?
Right on the edge of the map, there's an incomplete palisade wall. On the other side of the island, on the kind of western.
I see. Yeah, for conks, right?
Yeah.
I'm still thinking of water things.
Yeah, no, it's a conk hole, conk specific hole.
Yes.
But see, the conk's gonna have to dive the TC, and they've taken a lot of damage, right?
Do you think we'll see maybe a monastery dropped?
Yeah, it
Monastery
could be.
dropped at home, and then stay 1 TC, get imp, cannon galleons, kill the castle, cannon galleons kill the entire eco.
Yeah, that could be it. And you see the conk's in, but 1 galley is just going to sort that out. I mean, Dravidians have some of the best skirms in the game. Just drop like 5 skirms at your base.
True.
Go imp, but we see a TC. Ooh, now, are we adding fishing? Because if we can just fish boom, we're cruising.
It's true that the fish on this map aren't like, it's not awesome, right? Like, in terms of the distance is actually pretty far. Plus, there's a bit of wood in the way, so that I don't know. They don't have a direct path. They're like, it's good fish, but it's a little bit slow.
Yeah, it's probably like fish trap fish rather than farm, but
Possibly.
there's
I
another.
mean, Druidian fishing ships are better than the average.
Yeah, they are.
It's TC play from Hut B as well, so Hut
Yeah.
B.
Hut B loves a TC, and we're just Vil fighting the
with
conk.
May as well. I mean, I'm gonna have a quick peek at the APM. Hut B is at 45 APM right now.
Okay.
Microing that
Conk around.
that conk around.
Yep. It's been killed by Vils and a galley. And there's now TC in place at the front of the base, which means the conks have to dive 2 TCs.
I think here is where you transition maybe the fire galleys could be an idea for
Yeah.
Dravidians. You can just take down those buildings, right? Like pierce armor on a fire galley. I mean, it's got 4 at the moment. You get the castle age upgrade.
Oh, it'd be
It's
huge.
pretty tanky, right?
Yeah.
I know. I know TDI used to play a bit of demos. He counted how many demos to insta kill a TC.
Yep. That is a very TR move. We see that happening. What's the market's going to slowly go down for Hut B, and gold is going to be a big challenge for them. There's a little bit in the corner, which I don't know if they've scouted.
Do you think they drop a second castle on the right of their TC to cover both golds there?
It's probably the right move, because that's the only gold that they know about that isn't in the middle of the map. They're missing the fact they've got 3 tiles in the back of the base, but now we just got galleys sitting on their resources. And and the war galley upgrade is coming in. And
I think in this position, I've been caught out before where it's a forward castle.
Forward castle for that gold, yeah, interesting.
I've been in this position where I've slowed down my galley production because they haven't competed, and then they secretly mass their galleys up and fight me back on water, right? I think I've got a sure win on water here.
Yeah.
Bit of complacency can creep in, so Dome of the Rock needs to... There's still a conch at the back of that wood line.
Being chased by a Komodo dragon. Garrison. Yeah, Dome of the Rock does have to keep... I think they need... Oh, there's a demo into a castle. Oh, is it going to get the bills? Get the bills! The castle will kill it! Oh!
Amazing.
Oh!
Huge.
Oh, I think the castle almost would have killed it on the Vils. But that's pretty big for Dome of the Rock, taking out half the gold miners.
Yeah, they were behind in economy at that point in time, right? Now they're ahead.
And I think they've thrown a little bit of galleys to TCs.
Yeah, I think the castle's taken out quite a bit.
Yeah, one TC's got 7 kills, and the castle's also got 7 kills. And they didn't finish taking down the market, and the other castle's got 2 kills. So I think you just want to mass war galleys at the front of your base, build up your eco, go to imp. Get cannon galleon.
Do you go Thurisidai?
Oh, Thurisidai would be... I would love to see Thurisidai.
It's interesting because I think... my instincts on this game would be to stay on 1 TC, get to Imp, get to Cannon Galleons, because if I can take out the castle, their ability to get back on water is not going to happen. But, I mean, Hut B, I don't think we're going to see any production from Hut B until, minute 60, right? From Hut B.
There's another demo in for Dome of the Rock on Hut B on a TC. Unfortunately, it was clicked onto an incomplete TC. But yeah, Hut B's all about the boom right now. They've dropped 2 more TCs. They're on 5 TCs. Both players kind of breaking my heart by dropping a few rice farms.
Rice farm confirmed.
Rice farm confirmed, yeah. Rice farms both of these players. As we see a 4th TC being dropped for Dome. And Dome still hasn't plugged that gap. And Hut B just keeps sending 1 conch at a time into the back of the base.
We do see a castle coming up, though. So
yep. And res for
I think
2
Dome
more.
of the Rock. We do, yeah. For Hut B.
For Hut B. Oh, sorry, for Hut B. I'm looking at the wrong player, yeah. Hut B, heavy on stone.
I think Dome of the Rock might be going for trebuchets instead.
Yeah. Look, I think a mixture of Treb, what is it? Cannon Galleon. That would be good.
Cannon Galleons, yeah, for sure. Obviously, Cannon Galleons requiring the chemistry upgrade, which takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's Treb's instantaneous, so you can take that damage straight away. But I think we need to build up... Look, I think they're just looking at building up Eco, and then just build up the Navy. And I think Navy is better than Land Army in this situation.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think Dome of the Rock may be a little bit, coming down 0-1 at the moment, like off the back of a loss, maybe not being as full committal, wants to play it safe.
Yep, definitely. Definitely feeling the need. Oh no, are we going to see a castle tonight? Oh, they don't drop it. They just.
Oh,
That's an aggressive castle that they wanted to place too. Wow.
that's insane. That's
Yeah.
insane.
They sent the Vills though. Yeah, I think Dome of the Rock is, and we saw this in the first couple of games, maybe a bit tentative to push when they've got the advantage. And just likes to kind of leverage and snowball leads, and that's what really cost them in the last game, where the snowball just didn't happen. But I think here we see Imp in. I mean, Hut B won't be too far behind. But apart from castles, I don't see what Hut B has up their sleeve.
Exactly. I mean, look, Imp could come pretty soon, and then they could mass cannon galleons. And like, what do you do against those Spanish cannon galleons, right?
Definitely.
Thericidai, do they actually? They might tank a few shots, but is there enough of them? Enough damage? Like, I don't know what their damage is like. I know they're more of a absorption. Oh, have a look at Hut B. The wall at the back of their base with the galleys.
Yeah.
Palisade wall. I think this is something I've recently learnt is on water maps, stone walls are
huge.
Much more valuable. They still go down like pretty quickly compared to say land units, I think, but
they buy so much time.
Exactly. The palisade walls, you may as well not have them there.
May as well. No university from... It's a theoretical wall, Matthew says, but no university from Dome, so I think it is going to be a Treb push, as we see the Trebs coming out. And I think we just got to keep massing galleys and go Galleon.
Yeah. Galleon upgrade is in. Well, it's on the way.
Excellent.
Has safe wood. Has safe gold.
Let's get... we got 20... Let's pump up that wood eco, get shipwright, and just pump for days. Bracer,
if there's any civ though, I feel like Spanish cannon galleons is you don't know about them until you really know about them, right? Like,
and you're gonna know about them when you know about them. And there is a bit of there's a bit of Hut B to push through, so they could definitely drop some docks at the back and build up. But Treb is on the castle already. And there is Forward University for Hut B. Now, we see careening coming in. We need to kill this university.
I would be taking that out for sure. But there's the docks.
And the docks,
are going to go down.
Too far forward, And are we dropping a second?
Funny watching those 3 docks on that 2-tile sandbank there.
Smart. Oh no, but we're gonna let the university survive. But surely the docks go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the docks need to be dropped at the back of the base, where
the timing
wall is.
Similar to that last game, we thought maybe the champion production was a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
And they could have lost the game there. But surely it's not going to be another situation where they can get they haven't even started queuing up any military, right? Look at the wood eco.
Yeah, and Thericidai's in. Chemistry's not been clicked yet. That's still 3 minutes away when it does get clicked. We do have the eco for it, but Hut B is just kind of, I think, in panic mode at the moment.
Yeah, I think not as forgiving on water.
Oh, absolutely.
The delayed production.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We do see Shipwright
and Thericidai
for Dome of the Rock as well.
Look at them. They're majestic. But yeah, no, and a forward monk getting a relic and taking it further forward.
The practice squad always play on standard victory conditions, so relic victory is certainly a possibility. So whenever I see a relic collection like this, I think, is this on standard victory?
Ooh, standard. Well, I think I can't remember what we actually set, if it was standard or conquest, but
no, conquest. I think I do like standard victory for some formats, but I think for these kind of formats, conquest is
much better.
Is the way to go, yeah, for sure.
Well, there's no maps where there should be a stalemate. We want players going for the kill, but
exactly.
Well, I think there's not a lot of Hut B left here. I think we're gonna see the first set where both players have won a game.
Hut B's APM has dropped to 5, so maybe just holding on.
Just trying to come up with
They know they've
plan.
lost, but maybe just composing themselves for game number 3, right?
Yeah. The old Misty O warm up, get yourself kind of prepared, and you know, waste your opponent's attention. But we see the Vils running, but there are three.
Yeah, look at that.
3 galleons perched there by Dome of the Rock.
Dome of the Rock.
Dome of the
played there.
Yeah. And there's this castle surely goes up, right?
Yeah, Spanish Vils.
But costly.
I mean, look at what's it gonna do, right?
Now I'm gonna call Dome of the Rock out here for never getting ballistics.
Oh.
As we see Vil fights on the galleons on the western side of the island, as the push just keeps coming through.
Did you catch Elite Urumi Swordsman?
I did not.
It's been researched by Dome of the Rock.
Wow, Dome of the Rock.
So...
Right, too much res, doesn't know what to do with it. Clue T89 with probably the best comment I've read yet. I know that Hut B feel. Haven't produced any army. Boomed with lots of rares. Unsure what to do. APM to 5. 28 on stone. And I think we've got to get the fuck out of my game castle coming from Dome of the Rock right now.
And this will be the first game that we've seen where a different player in the set has won a game.
Yep.
Right?
The first time we've seen someone leave a set without a 0 on their name.
Exactly right. And I think Bog Islands is a great momentum shifter.
Oh, yeah. Smart use of the draft by Dome of the Rock. And geez, look at this. But we're not done with yet. But we don't have chemistry, right? I haven't missed that sneakily coming in. We don't have chemistry.
Oh no. Has just bought 1,000 wood.
Oh no.
Sold all the gold. Look at the demos.
Oh, that killed half his economy.
Oh no.
Oh, could have killed more. Are we going to see our first player defeated? Does Hut B know that you can resign?
Griefing rules might come into effect.
Yeah.
But Hut B had, 0 wood, 1,500 gold, bought all the wood at the market just to build docks, but not still building docks, but not making things.
Yeah. 13 docks for 0 production from it. I can't wait to see the end game statistics.
Not even an attempt at a queue.
Hut B's a bit of a cooker, right? They've been... Whoop.
Fishing ships.
6 fishing ships. Yeah. Right.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh dear.
Right. The fish boom back into it. And down to their last Vil. I mean, ballistics. And deletes all the docks and the Vil dies. And the first player defeated in the tournament. And made 11 conks, 2 demo rafts, and nothing else. Hut B... The cooking streak of Hut B comes to an end, and Dome of the Rock levels us up 1-1.
Wow.
Yeah. That was an interesting game. Bog Island's the great leveler. I think Dome of the Rock played it perfectly. Played the game the way, played to the meta, reacted well to the fast castle conk attempt from Hut B. And look, props to Hut B for trying it. They definitely cooked something different. And looking at the way that they drafted, I would say that this is definitely not their type of map.
100%.
But Hut B's still in it. They've got to compose themselves now.
Yeah.
Coming back after being
look at the beauty of the Therisidai blockade on the map.
Oh, it's kind of like the... I want to make a crude Star Wars reference, but I've forgotten Phantom of the Menace. But it kind of gives me like Phantom of the Menace blockade vibes.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'll post that in the
The
in
Dizzy
the Discord. Have a look at that image.
Dome
Fantastic.
of the Nessie getting game one in. Now I've probably overhydrated slightly, so I need to take a quick break. I'm gonna leave chat with Blue.
All right, I'll
And
have a quick read at the chat then.
and I'll just maybe leave us on the um Civ draft so we can have a look at what's coming up. But I will be right back. Watch me
All
get
right.
all my viewers now that Blue's in charge of my stream.
Well, what do we think? Dome of the Rock, Hut B. I feel like when I'm in this position, um, 1-1, we've equaled the series. I feel like I much prefer to be in Dome of the Rock's position. I've just come off a win after losing the first game. I think that's always a bit better than that. Although, on the other hand, if I was Hut B, I did lose on a pretty ridiculous map, right? Like, you didn't necessarily lose because you were a worse player. It's just a map that you haven't got any experience really playing with, right? So that sometimes is good. If I was to pick a map from Hut B's perspective, I think I maybe go Hidden Forts here. Play something a little bit long. I did well late game on Le Grand Fossé. Yeah, Hut B, we did win the neutral map. I think that's fine. However, sometimes the neutral map uh is like sometimes I prefer my opponent's home maps over the neutral map that's picked. So then again, I sort of have tried to diversify my map preferences as much as possible, so I'm not necessarily caught out. I don't like to lose by a long margin on any map, so I try to improve on those weaknesses. But I think I must go to I'd probably go slopes based on Hut B, Gang 1, Le Grand Fossé. I feel like slopes is a very similar kind of vibe. You could play it the same way. Hidden Forts, maybe because it's your own home map, you'd pick that. I mean, looking at the civs, I think that's what I'd also do. Is there any civ win that I've got? Um, like Dravidians is a bit of a civ win, maybe on Bog Islands. I think Georgians are a pretty strong slope civ, so I would probably avoid that. Then again, Hindustanis may be a good counter pick for Georgians. I'd probably go to Fractal with Persians in the game. Although if I did just lose a bit of a painful experience, I'd probably maybe save that for a bit later and maybe just play Cumans on Hidden Forts. Go for the nice easy game plan. There's not much decision making going on for the first 25 minutes. It's pretty clear cut what your game plan is. So I think I'd probably play Hidden Forts and go Cumans would be my game plan.
Hidden Forts, humans into Bohemians, would you think?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably what would happen. If I saw Bohemians, maybe I'd actually go, oh, I don't like that. Bohemians
Yeah,
could be a pretty good counter pick against if I just want to boom. Like I don't want to be attacked before 40 minutes. I'm all right defending against, scouts into knights, but Bohemian, you know, could be scary. I don't
be
know. What
very
would
scary.
you pick here?
So as a well, if we're sticking with Hidden Forts, what would I pick? Byzantines and Tower of the Woodline. Fast cut to towers. I think
I
I think Byzantines could actually be an interesting counter pick for Humpy.
mm,
Play off the fast imp and try to
I
take control of the middle.
I did play. I didn't play Hidden Forts much in the Hidden Cup. I mean whatever it was. I didn't play it at all. But I did play it in a practice game against someone, 1k elo or something, and I played through the middle, kind of like a Huang sort of push.
Yeah,
But in a couple of the practice games, I decided that after the first game, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna build a lumber camp on the outside. and do similar to what Goal Gumbars did.
Mm.
So I played a couple of practice games with some of the players, and I kind of changed my mind. I think the middle is kind of, you know, there is a lot of value in the middle, like gold and hunt and all that sort of stuff, but it is possible. There's still enough time, enough gold
Oh,
to actually ignore the middle for a while.
absolutely.
And
The
so
middle's a
I don't know.
ruse. The middle is a ruse.
Yeah.
You get sucked into it, but I think unless your plan is to kill, like I saw, so Hidden Forts was in the AoE Leagues division I casted, and one of the players did fast feudal and went through the middle with their archers, kept the wood line open, hit castle edge and dropped a castle on their face.
Yeah. Yep.
And like rather than controlling the middle, it was using the middle as the vehicle, I suppose, for their aggression. So, but that does rely on the player cutting through the middle.
Exactly. I think if you're going to go through the middle, you need to win a military battle.
Yep.
If you choose to lumber camp on the outside and they go through the middle, they're going to be you've just got an extra 10 minutes of boom time.
100%.
So if you're planning on booming and you put a lumber camp in the middle and just boom, I think you've made a mistake.
You set yourself up for failure in that regard, I think.
But that's only a lesson I've learned just playing some practice games with some of the players who wanted to. So
yeah,
I would be surprised if many of the players discovered that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And
so I'll be curious to see.
Oh, super curious to see. And I don't know if we've seen many of these players playing Hidden Forts either. Like, I think we've seen a lot of fractal action in a lot of the tournaments, but Hidden Forts has been less common. So let's get into game 3 though, and let's see if our theory can come into fruition here.
Well, I'm completely wrong.
Yep. I think, well, you got something right.
You
got the Civ right.
Yeah, but if it was this map, I'd said it's not this Civ.
Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Yep.
Like, if I was picking this map, I would be picking a different Civ. Like, this would be the map that I would pick personally.
Yep.
But I would not be picking the Civ.
So we're going to Fractal. And we've got humans versus Japanese. Now, I want to throw back to something I said early in the stream. Hut B humans on Fractal is Quiet Pro confirmed. But we have to see how it plays out, because this is an interesting pick. Japanese, Nessie's favorite Civ, hybrid and water. Have we got a TCC rematch? Final rematch. All right. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Let's crack into it. 3, 2, 1, go. And game 3 of Blues Clues winners semi-final. We've got Hut B as humans versus Dome of the Rock as Japanese. And we see Hut B building one house and a second house. Okay.
Wanting the food to come in earlier. Because maybe because the lane, you might not have the food or the time to force drop. So maybe getting a bit of food early.
Definitely.
Might be the idea.
And the scout's gone forward instantly. And geez, there's a lot of lane potential on the and gone for the ball, but it's taken a few too many hits. Now, Dome of the Rock has just got to block the scout. Don't block the ball. Actually, blocking the ball is good because it keeps the scout in play. And but you want the ball to kill it. Oh, this could be a disaster for Hut B's microing it really well. I think Dome of the Rock needs to. Yeah, you need the ball to hit the scout because it just takes too much. Oh, yeah, it's de-aggroed. It's de-aggroed. And well done by Dome of the Rock. Great attempt by Hut B. Keeps the scout alive, which is really important. But are we going to lose the Ville?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
We've also seen 0 idle TC time from both players.
Yep. Which is actually, well, as we say that, they've both at 11. They both idled for 11 seconds at the same time. And then
they needed a small break. They needed a small break. After the lame has been denied, it's time to take a breather.
Yeah. And Dome, I think, has got themselves together a bit quicker. They're sending 2 Vills out straight to chop through. Although that's quite a dense wood line there.
I also want to say, even I'm noticing the 2 times speed. I
Yeah.
can tell they're playing on double speed right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, they're definitely having. What is Dome doing with those wood villages? But they're definitely playing on a speed they're not used to, which
Mm,
which does make laming a little bit more difficult.
yeah, yeah. Wow.
And Hutby has gone wood line into the middle and pushing the deer. And Dome's going to wood line straight off the bat. Interesting.
And the Cumin, look at the Cumin player's lumber camp.
Hmm.
It's not in where the gold is at the
No.
little nook back.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to wall that off. If we're really planning on booming, this could be quite dubious.
Do you think it's a not building a lumber camp there because the TC is planning to go there?
Yeah,
Doesn't want to delete the lumber camp. Can still get the eco upgrades and
yeah, that's a fair shout actually. And to be honest, they've just got a wall like they are now, and then do the normal wall on the other side, and they've kind of got what they want for that 2 TC boom.
Dome of the Rock did sneak in Loom as well.
Yeah, was that a housed thing or was that an intentional thing?
I did miss it. Also, I feel idle more than the other guy, so
Yeah, Hut had that.
only
Wow.
2 and a bit of idle, like 2 bit of eco vills behind.
I think Hut dropped 2 lumber camps and didn't have enough wood for a house, possibly.
Look at this, the perfect mining camp. Perfect mining camp for
Absolutely.
Hut B. Oh, both of them.
Legend. Oh. Oh. Hut B on the front and Dome Rock at the back. There you go. Dome kind of struggling with the food under the TC situation and trying to push a deer that's just going to get killed against a wood line, I think. No, pulls them away.
Is floating the wood for a dock, right? So maybe...
Yeah, but isn't microing the cut.
It's going to be a little bit awkward, I think, for Dome of the Rock for a little while. But
Yeah.
if they do get their fishing ships out, the Japanese fishing ships are so strong.
Oh, definitely. And, up against a human boom, Japanese are probably one of the few civs where you can try and, if you get your defenses up, you can hold.
Yeah.
And
It was also Hut... No, Hut B was the one receiving the fence lame last round, wasn't it?
yes,
Fence was the
fence was
mad
the lamer.
lamers.
Yeah.
So Hut B is probably feeling like, oh, this is a lot easier than
Oh, absolutely.
last round.
I think Hut B tried a lame last time on the ball and it failed again, like this one. As we see a Vil moving forward by Hut B, and Dome should see that. Yeah, Dome sees it.
Wow.
Great work by Dome.
But
They can't.
that.
Oh, the scout's in trouble
Can't
now.
engage.
Yeah. Running back to the TC is the right move.
Yeah, he still beat that. He still beat
Powering
that
wood
scout.
line. Oh, killed the scout. Yeah, now
Oh,
he's going to scout for the Vil. Oh, he's going the wrong direction. You knew the Vil was heading to your base. Oh, wow. Oh, no, douche. Is this a douche? This is a douche.
Oh my god.
But has he misranged the TC? I can't tell.
He has. I think he has.
But look, because Dome doesn't range it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
But he is taking all the resources.
Wait. Hut B. Look at Hut B's vision. That's not even really a douche attempt. That's just
that's just to take some
doesn't
forward
even know.
resources.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to play a douche game and just wants to like scare the guy, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't want to engage in this back and forth. I'll just
no, that's
I'll
a
just
douche
win with
attempt.
the 2TC.
Surely that was a douche attempt.
I think so. Yeah.
The
but,
way he garrisoned the TC, yeah. And the castle
still...
towers up, but cut out by Dome. So.
Do you think it was that straggler tree? Saw that straggler tree
Yeah.
and thought that must be it.
And knows that
Just
that
look at the
res is
straggler
close.
tree.
It's
But look
right
at the
on
straggler
edge.
trees at home. You know, 2, 3 of them are in range, but a couple are not.
Yeah.
Blacksmith Market.
Blacksmith Market. What the shit? Blacksmith's market for Siege Workshop, maybe? Is this gonna be a ram push? Is this a Jawalloping Chris? And,
Maybe.
yeah, Siege Workshop. Look at that. Barracks is down. Jesus.
But why the market? Is that
just
like,
to buy res? Because they're gonna be all in on
I think
gold.
it must be. You're all in on gold.
Yeah.
I mean, 175 would. Maybe it would have just been better spent on the wood for the. I don't know. We'll be able to afford
And archers.
a ram now.
Definitely. And what are they doing? Yeah.
Oh, they're in range now. Okay.
So this is an adaptation of the Jawalloping Chris. Oh my dude!
Oh my god.
Hut B is cooking. Hut B is a madman.
Oh, and I've just realized the reason is if you want to send rams forward, the TC is now going to protect the ram.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But
Wow.
Dome of the Rock is on their berries. 3 archers.
Yeah, look at the walls coming up. This is all right.
And we've started fishing. I think Dome of the Rock's reaction has been pretty good, but this is where it gets very difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we've got
Plus
2
an archer
TCs.
as well.
Yeah, the archer's huge. 2 TCs of safe rares.
Skirms in defense. So I think, I mean, that's the thing. This player has now spent both of their stone, like their starting stone. If your TC goes down, who cares? Build it out of range.
Yep.
And now the push is done.
Yeah.
Like Jawalloping Chris had 2 or 3 archer ranges using archer. Whereas this is because of a couple of the slip ups, it has slowed down now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, skirms in defense, and you can just push the ram back now that you're out of the TC range. But we have built up 100 stone. Exactly 100 stone. I think that must have been bought. Bought 100 stone by Hut B.
Oh, Hut B.
No, but they've... Okay, I don't know why they bought stone then. Because they needed it for the second...
The
tower,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We see pikes as well. Japanese spearmen. Maybe worried about...
Maybe just for the ram?
Getting cleaned up. Yeah.
Yeah, just to deal with the ram. Were you Japanese in your famous Fractal game? I think you were.
I think I might have been. Have a look at Dome of the Rock. Look at the archers there's archers on Hut B's wood line.
Oh, and the wood lines had to be redone.
Luckily those wheels have chopped through though. That's very, very fortunate.
And
yeah,
Hut B...
I no longer play Japanese on this map. It's it's too much. It's too much for me.
But Dome of the Rock kind of, I mean, look, has got a huge gold fleet. Can you blame them? Not really. But dropping a market, and they should be able to go up. And I don't think Hut B's eco is in any position to go to Castle Age. I think we talk about the Jawalloping Chris push, but what Jawalloping Chris does so well is macro their way into a position to go Castle Age, to cause damage. And the spears...
Well, their micro is huge.
Yeah. They're micro, but they're macro, and there's not the combination here. And look, losing them to the TC now is a bit frustrating, but I think the spears were a smart addition from Dome of the Rock.
Yep.
As Dome of the Rock clicks up.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of Siege Workshop and just hold this position. Let the barracks go down. It's unfortunate, but let it happen. The Rams can't push outside of the TC range. But Hut does have stone. Hut could douche again.
I think that's the plan. It must be, right?
Yeah. But it's going to be too late to delay Castle Age or deny it. Yeah.
He doesn't technically see the TC yet, right?
No.
Those farms, I mean, he sees the farm, but maybe that's just a mill farm, maybe.
Yeah. We need to aim aim the archers down and Vil fight the rams. But we're just letting our skirms die.
Oh,
But we're also... Dome has found the wood line for Hut Bay near the TCs. And is killing Vils on the wood line.
oh wow. Yeah, nicely
And
done.
has dragged their army out of position. But there is 3 rams. But this is huge. Castle Age is in, and Hut Bay's nowhere near it. Hut Bay can't even buy their way there yet. And the Siege Workshop behind the TC is great. I think you keep making archers. Crossbows is great. You drop 2 or 3 mangonels and be patient with them. And just punch the rams down. Yeah. Yep. Garrison with a few Vils. Make sure you target the archers with the Vils.
Oh, it's Dome of the Rock. It's definitely all or nothing, right? Garrison everything in the TC or ungarrison everything.
But we're going to kill all the rams and kill 2 of the archers. And where is the Dome of the Rock crossbow? Up there under the TC. Okay, and the mangonel's out, and now we can start pushing. So now it's just a matter of keeping everything alive, keeping production happening, and pushing for Dome of the Rock. Hut B should probably delete one of these TCs and build one out the back and start the reboom there. There's still a crossbow position there, though.
I think, yeah, based on Hut B's playstyle in the Le Grand Fossé map, you know, deleting one of the TCs, maybe not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Because, like, majority of players, that would be a bad call. But, you know, their strengths are that late game. So
yeah. And they're diving with the archers.
Dome of the Rock hasn't been like super killer instinct kind of vibe, right? So
no. Absolutely not.
It will give you a little bit of time.
The fact you can instantly 2 TC boom out the back, but I guess you need to send some eco as well, I suppose.
And we do see Castle Age on the way.
Big shot from the... Oh! Big shot from the Mangonel there. Take off a lot of HP on the archers. And Hut must think that... Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, Castle Age surely gets denied.
Yeah, they're repairing, but...
I mean, the resources spent on it, they're going to have nothing when they hit Castle Age anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe they could have played a bit better if they'd saved this map for, like, I think after that Bog Islands game, they might be feeling a little bit of the fatigue hitting in.
Yeah.
Oh, rushing down the Mangonels.
Rushing down the Mangonels. So keeping the TC up, but the archers.
Oh boy, they're squeezed.
But
Crossbow, Mangonels. Oh boy.
Hut B's got no res left. Except stone. Actually, really smart from Dome of the Rock to take the Siege Workshop out, whether intentional or not. But whoop,
yeah,
fishing ships going down to a tower, but just finished the fish in time. And they bump into each other, but survive. And I think that's Castle Age. Are we going to see I mean, Hut Bay also is put ACCM to shame in the Bog Islands game. So we could see them carry on for a bit longer.
Going back to those fishing ships, they're Japanese, so they are super tanky. That's why they survived.
Yeah, yes.
They wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Great take.
Oh no. What do we got? 22 Vils. Oh boy.
Alamdar, welcome for the follow. The ELO is about 1250 to 1400. Why am I not... this is interesting. I can't ban that.
Yeah, I hate working. I have to use the Twitch dashboard on the Twitch, like on Chrome. Maybe, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
That doesn't really work, though. Oh, there's it. One. There you go.
Are we going to see another defeated?
Yeah.
But B is...
I've missed out on all the action thanks to the regular clown. But yeah, Hut B could be defeated again. Now we still have the 2 TC boom out the back, but we're on 13 vils, which is
Yeah. Plus, Dome of the Rock has the same number of TCs, right? So
yeah.
not going to be able to close that gap down.
Oh, absolutely not. Dome of the Rock's played this incredibly well, I think. I think probably playing more to their strengths, holding rather than being the one putting the pressure down.
Yep.
I mean, this market going down will be huge. Not that Hut B has any resources to spend.
It is interesting, isn't it? How it feels like Dome of the Rock has played very similar on every
Yeah.
map, right? Whereas Hut B, it's almost like
Yeah, a little bit all or nothing,
yeah, not
or boom or nothing.
yeah, like it's the Spanish conquistadors
Mm.
on the previous game, like ignoring the water aspect. On this game, it's kind of like I have a very specific game plan here, which compared to Le Grand Fossé, like they sort of just sat back and boomed, right?
Yeah.
Whereas
Definitely.
this, it's showing a bit of diversity in the strategies here.
Yeah.
I think they've still got maybe strengths and weaknesses as well, right? Like
Yeah, definitely. I think their strategy is very strong, but there are strategies they can execute better than others.
yes, exactly. It's exactly what I was trying to say.
I think you did a good job of saying it too. And Imp is in for Dome of the Rock, and they're building the most defensive castle I've ever seen, and Vil fighting down 2 archers.
With a mangonel
But,
hitting them. There we go.
but I mean,
Again, look at the macro. We've got 6 on wood for Dome of the Rock, 19 on gold.
yeah.
If Dome of the Rock just learnt how to play monk, then they would just be 1800.
Yeah, ready to go.
Macro set up for monks. There we go. We do see the redistribution now.
Which is a bit nicer.
14 on 16 on food.
There's a 2 HP archer with 4 kills on a gold mine.
Oh wow. With that is a I was gonna say that is a no attack stance archer, but
Dink, never mind.
punch down.
But I just is Hut B gonna like mangonel defend their position? Is
Maybe.
Dome of the Rock. So Dome of the Rock, we saw this in and it was a cursed tower that just like hit the front and then just boomed. But
The Romans, yeah.
yeah, Dome of the Rock could just kind of take their advantage and sit on it a little bit and just
Well, securing the mining area down in the middle
ginormous.
as well.
I'd love to see Onager and just cut all the wood.
Oh yeah.
Samurai can't pass through. There's samurai out the back and they can't do anything.
Oh no.
They have to path
Maybe
all the way back around.
We see a dock at the other side. So Dome of the Rock.
What?
Very much a
Very docked as well.
map control.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you
Well, I
think
guess-
that dock is more of a dock block so they don't get caught out
Yeah.
like I did against Kados?
Not like you did
Maybe
against
that's
Kados.
it.
Well, and I think Dome of the Rock's just found out because I think they just clicked behind and their villager path the other way.
I think we are seeing Onager, by the way.
Very
Look
nice.
at
the res
we
builder.
haven't seen Onager yet. Is it a food gold cost or I think
It's food gold.
Is it
Yeah, it's like 800 food. Yeah, there you go.
there we go. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
This would be demoralizing once this happens.
Yeah. Hut B came out of the blocks with a great boom into Teutonic Champions, but it's kind of...
Hut B is outpost as well, so we'll see it happening, at least.
Yeah. Knows where the army is. Hut B just never says die. Hut B went to the ACCM School of Rebooming as we see Gillnets coming in. And oh no, there's a tramp behind the woodline now.
Oh
That
dear.
defensive castle has caused so
You
many
said one of
issues. But I
Oh,
guess that's
so you
GG.
see the you
Oh,
see the honor to jump and you
Onager into GG. Yeah. Onager
gild
into
it.
GG.
Wow.
It's Dame of the Rock. After going down in game one,
Yeah.
pulls out against a hyper aggressive, and I have to say, highly like high chance of succeeding strategy by Hut B, but Dome just held their nerve so well through that and just made the right decisions. Got up to Castle Age, beat down the Rams, got their mangonels out, and yeah, then it was kind of Hut B was too all or nothing.
You definitely, if you're Hut B now, you definitely need to look at your maps and go, I need a momentum
Yeah,
change.
absolutely.
Um,
Well, if you're Hut B, you just need to win now, twice in a row.
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
do you go to slopes? Do you push Dome of the Rock onto their home map and say, look, I know hidden forts. I know my boom did really well for me in the first game. Um, you either kind of go to that and win, or you say all or nothing on their map and then go to your comfort
Mm.
spot.
And interestingly, Cuman's now being played on Fractal means that's not the plan at all
No,
for Hidden Fort.
no,
Like, what was the Persian pick? That
yeah. What
maybe that's a slopes pick. Hindustanis maybe is the Hidden Fort game plan.
yeah. That's Hindustanis could actually be a really good hidden forts pick, or is Hindustanis a slopes pick, kind of going for fast castle?
Would be. Yeah,
Um,
would they deal well against Georgians? You'd
mm,
imagine.
mm. Yeah, so looking at this, I think well you've got I mean maybe Byzantines is the hidden forts pick and Persians is the slopes pick and Hindustanis was meant to be Legrand Foz, but Teutons kind of came in over the top as the
Mm.
as the pick. And I think it's Georgians on slopes and Bohemians on the Grand Foz for Dome of the Rock. I think it's quite simple for them.
Yeah, I mean, look, after the last two games, I think psychologically speaking, you really are in a tough spot.
Mm,
For Hut B,
definitely.
like the last two losses would be, quite a frustrating one. Like especially Bog Islands, it's not a map you really like.
Yeah.
You wanted to play land units, you didn't even build a single galley, I don't think.
No.
And
Two
then
demos and 12 conks, I
yeah,
think it was.
and then on your home map Fractal, your blind TC drop didn't range it.
Mm,
That's gotta hurt, right?
yeah.
You
You've
feel
cooked your strat and it's fallen over. And
mm,
yeah, you're going to be pretty tilted at this point in time. And Metro calls it at the same time as you, basically. That first blind douche not ranging the TC,
mm,
huge. Absolutely
yeah,
huge.
exactly.
Yeah, so I think we go to game four here, and this has been a really interesting set, really tight set, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot. I'm keen to see what the players bring out for game four. I think we got to go to hidden forts, right?
Yeah.
Get that.
I mean, I,
Get
I have heard other people argue like they're very staunch defenders of like, if it's a knockout and you lose, you just go straight to your opponent's map and
yeah,
if you got to win it. I think I wouldn't lean towards that. I'd lean towards what is my best map objectively? Like what's the map that I can change it? I mean,
yeah,
Hidden Forts was the last pick, right? They might have wanted to pick Slopes as
yeah.
their home map, but
Maybe actually
so
that could well and truly be the case. I think you go to the map
as
you're most comfortable on here,
yeah,
being having lost the last two games. I think if you're up like say if you won the last game or there's momentum can if you swing onto
yep,
your opponent's map, but having lost on their home map, having lost on a map where they were really uncomfortable, I think you need to go comfort zone and try and just play into that. But it's going to be really interesting to see what decisions are made. So I have brought up the game. Are you into the game yet?
I am.
And we have gone to slopes. So Hut B has gone to slopes. And they've got their first draft pick, the Byzantines, into Dome of the Rock's last draft pick, the Ethiopians.
A reverse of the Civs
Yeah.
positioning is in game 1.
Exactly. It's a reverse game 1. So I think we just crack into it.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. It wasn't 1 second, so I did wait a little bit. As we see the 2 times speed down the bottom here.
Yeah.
And Hut B is so interesting with the way they build houses. 2 villas onto 2 houses, and they're automatically onto sheep. That's been really consistent. They're toying with me a little bit, I think. They're just doing something different that doesn't really impact things, just to see how I react.
TDI confirmed.
TDI confirmed, exactly. And here we go. So Ethiopians into Byzantines. What's your thoughts on this Civ matchup here, Blue?
I mean, as Byzantines, you're just going to go full skirms, right? That's what I would do.
Yep.
Full skirms, Ethiopians. I mean, has Dome of the Rock shown that they're a micro nerd?
I don't necessarily think so.
So, if you're going Ethiopian archers, they fire faster, right? So you could probably get a bit of micro wins against skirms, but I don't think it's worth your while, right? So I don't know. If I was the Ethiopian player, I'd be troubleshooting. How could I force the game in a way that I want?
Yeah.
And I haven't worked that out myself yet, to be fair.
And 4 on wood for Dome of the Rock, quite early, and an interesting lumber count. I don't know if this is a fast castle play.
Lumber camp is
absolutely. Yeah, it's efficient now, and it's going to be inefficient shortly. I'm not sure I like it. I'm just going to answer a question from chat. Stubbs asks, is the efficiency of villagers decreasing the more villagers building the same building? And the answer is yes. So the quick way to look at this with the houses is 1 house with 1 vill builds in 25 seconds, which is the exact same amount of time it takes for a vill to be made. And 2 vills building a house builds it in 19 seconds. So faster than a vill. So the way that Hut B has done it, they've built 1 house with 2 vills faster so that they're not pop capped when the first vill comes out. And then they just build the same one straight away. So they're going for faster food initially, but I think it's slower food slightly in the long run, but also kind of irrelevant at this level.
I mean, as well, like the maybe the positioning of the houses, they're right next to each other now, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the
the way that it's been done by Dome is opposite ends.
It's sort of spread out a little bit more, maybe a little bit more fog of war vision.
Yeah.
But maybe it's so that the you know what? Here's my theory. You build your 2 houses at the back next to each other, which means there's no houses at the front. The scout doesn't see any house at the front like they normally would. Into the TC, your scout's dead.
That's a 5-head play. I love it.
That's exactly what's happening here.
Do you know what else has happened? Hut B has put their entire wood line to build a mill on the fish and deer.
The deer, interesting.
And they've got no one. They now have 1 person on wood, but they've built a mill on berries, and now they've milled the deer. Hut B is a cooker.
Yeah, but they're already at 20 pop.
Yeah, they're going fast castle.
Wow.
They have to be. Or they're going 22 pop up, a real old build.
Look at the scouting pattern as well from Hut B. Has scouted 3 of the 4 pond areas.
Yeah.
Is looking to see if Dome of the Rock has gone there.
Yeah.
Who's not concerned with going there whatsoever.
No. And it is a set TC position, so you know where their TC is going to be. So it's actually finding out what they're doing is slightly more important. But they're both up in very similar times here. Be with a little bit more idle TC time, and
Yeah.
both with loom. I've been without
22
loom.
pop and 21.
I've been without
Oh.
loom.
And look at that. You've got all your villagers up on the shorefish with the deer.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 5 is probably enough to deal with any military unit
Well,
that Dome would have
couple of archers though.
currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you think it's an instant? Oh, look at that. They spent loom at the TC, so it's instant loom after feudal
right.
Lich.
Okay, that's fine then.
Iceman confirmed.
Iceman confirmed as Hut B. Yeah. And Iceman is someone who would definitely do houses like that just to confuse me.
Look at this market.
This is a fast castle.
Yeah. Although where's Matt's here? If you spent 50 gold on loom, hasn't collected any gold, won't be able to sell it. Needs to collect 10 gold is what I learnt last week, right?
Yeah, it needs to collect 10 gold. Because you get 90 gold per... Oh no, if they sell both stones. They need to...
Both stones.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to collect 10 gold if you don't get loom, but 60 gold if you get loom. But if you sell both stones, you'll have the 200.
Okay.
It all depends on food now. So you got 105 food coming in from the deer, and you've got only 20 food there. It could be close. There's also a blacksmith to come up. This is a cooker strat though. And where are the archers? There's 2 archers. And fletching is coming in.
You know what? Hut B is very much a... This is what you do on this map,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to do this on this map. Whereas it's interesting. Dome of the Rock, steady as a rock.
Steady as a rock, yeah.
This is what I do on every map.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Like,
Forging.
it's
Forging.
for
we-
the
For the spear.
But why?
And Castle Age is in. But, like, FC Boom, Monk Siege, what
No, wait. Already has fletching.
already has fletching, got forging. Yeah.
Interesting.
Surely this is FC Boom, right? Because we didn't touch a... How'd they get up without selling stone? They sold wood. They sold wood twice to get the wood needed. And looks like they should have the resources for instantly 2 TCs. I just... Every time I think I know what's going on, something changes. But the archers are getting value on that wood line now. On the mill. There's 1 dead vill, but 3 vills going forward. Is he gonna TC? No, please tell me this is Siege Monk. They're calling me out. Sold wood to get the gold needed. And it's TC on the front, but gonna get denied.
Oh.
What are these vills doing on the slope though? If they TC that gold, they forward TC. Now that one definitely doesn't range Dome of the Rocks TC.
That's interesting. I mean, Byzantine TCs have more HP, so
Ooh, TC on
should
Dome.
be good.
It'll go up. But
Those
we're
vills are going
losing
down
vills.
pretty quick.
Yeah. So, but we do lose. The TC does. It only picks the 1 archer. This is extremely fast, Over the Rock says. Yep. Well. Fast by the way as well. There's just a spacing typo. Well, the players, we could have forced them to replay it, but I thought because they both didn't realize and accepted it, it's on them. Metro with the I want to visit Hut B's kitchen. I agree. I mean, like FC Boom. And Dome's about to click up. This is madness. think I've lost blue as well.
Sorry, I'm getting some messages.
Right, right. Dome of the Rock is a little bit of a micro nerd though, microing under the TC to kill villagers.
And it is definitely going back to that comfort position. I think at heart, Hut B is a boomer, but has been experimenting with, you know, more aggressive strategies, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So
it snipes a farm.
That was a farm snipe.
Yeah, definitely like more comfortable getting things to late game and just being able to have infinite res to spend rather than like, you know,
like timing,
macroing and timing.
Yeah. I will say I feel like timings are very hard to develop. Like that's like, you know, I didn't use timings at all.
No.
Until maybe this year where I've started to use it, because probably more because in team games it's a little bit more standard.
Yeah,
the timings have a bit more of a effective payoff.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas in a 1v1, like, you know,
timing's quite intrinsic. Like they're not really they're game feel. They're something you develop after playing a lot of the game rather than just knowing.
Because if you use your timing to win a game, like there's so much inefficiency going on with general macro and this and that and the other, like, you know, very few, you don't get that payoff with how effective your timing was, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Hut B misplaying again, stable over Siege Workshop. And just look at how Dome of the Rock has archers all over the map.
Look at this
but it's just booming.
Control again.
And yeah, and Siege Workshop on the side from Dome B. Dome of the Rock.
That hill's gonna be
it'll
terrible to
counterbalance the Byzantine bonus.
Oh, and look at that TC. The Vils are struggling to path to build that.
But a fourth TC.
Yeah.
You know,
11 on food, 4 TCs is.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult. Plus, you've got stables, so going for some knights.
Knights and spearmen.
I mean, now the Ethiopian player, like, the Byzantine player hasn't made cheap skirms.
Yeah.
So you're kind of not feeling too concerned, right?
Yeah. I'm getting a big Hut B feeling is that their best is very good, but they really struggle outside of their comfort zone. And I'm gonna go. I think this is quite pro because books of strategy, very strong, but I feel like reacting a little bit like a 1200, no skirms, no siege, favoring knights, and that human cooking as well. But yeah, it's could be almost anyone.
Well, I mean, Dome of the Rock with just 2 TCs, right? So like, it's not like they're well ahead in economy. In fact, they're not. They're behind.
They're behind. Yeah.
In terms of, you know, not res collected, but Vils currently created.
And we dive and snipe the Mangonel. But the Rams garrison with the pikes is huge. And what are we doing for the archers? Don't dive the TC like that. Dive your cooker.
I think the TC is just hitting the Ram though, right? The Ram was there to sponge, and there's nothing garrison now, right? So it doesn't even matter.
And finally see the Siege Workshop.
Finally the Siege Workshop.
And I
do think that was a huge shift in my game, is when I was able to use mangonels.
Yeah.
As soon as you can use mangonels, the game
changes
completely.
Absolutely. Now, I want to see a university in ballistics for the Ethiopian player. And look at this though,
Like,
stable siege workshop on the
wow.
slope.
But Dome has full wall. I mean, look, the walls are open now of the overchop, but has walled up everywhere on the correct side, right?
Yeah, and the
So-
overchops, in actually the right position.
Has inadvertently defended well against that. I mean, a Mangonel could hit all those vills on the stone.
Yeah. Whoop. Now we are losing a ram.
Dome of the Rock will overtake village account very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
And it's rams and knights. But once the knights are in, they just dive TCs. Scout Cav on the opposite slope has got one Vil kill, as I think Dome of the Rock tried to sneak out. And big
was
shot.
one Vil there.
Oh, big shot.
I think that Vil that it killed was actually a lumberjack that had.
Yeah, it actually
wandered
was,
off.
wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, 2 Mangonels should just hold this position,
Yeah.
but
And
this is the point in the game where I think the Ethiopian player starts to transition,
Yep.
and the Byzantine player is probably still in that. I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna hold on. So then again, look at that heartbeat. A little bit better than I am at shifting my. Like, I am not building this forward siege
No.
workshop and
God, no.
the stable. But look at that.
Yeah.
3 rams.
Yeah.
Interesting 3 rams. I wonder why not.
Three
Mangonel.
range. And there's...
Let's have a look.
But I also want to point out, we've seen a monastery for Dome of the Rock. And I'm not sure why, because there's no redemption for Ethiopians.
It's relic collection.
Is it relic collection?
Didn't we see the relic collection from Dome of the Rock?
Forward relic
on-
collection. And,
On
oh, Dome of the
huge
Rock gets a
Mangonel.
1-for-1. Yeah.
but Dome of the Rock was getting relics on Bog Islands.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's just it's time to get
Oh,
relics.
look at the ram! The ram! The ram!
Oh.
Speedy ram with pikes in it! And then dives with the Vils and more rams! Oh,
Again,
we're mangonelling the TC, but there's another mangonel! Oh, we lose the ram. We lose the ram, but the mango, oh, that was a big shot. And Hut has dived, but Hut will take this TC as a result. And sorry, Dome has dived Hut, and Dome will take the TC as a result. And Dome is forcing an evacuation. And TC up the top. We're still being super patient with this push up the top as well. No bloodlines, but we do have armor and we are getting forging. I think this is all or nothing for Hut on that push. But look at, oh man, the archer's just chasing the Vils down.
I mean, this is a nice, you know, I think the tendency for players to, you know, the trickle treb thing. It's the same idea with this. Like, you know, I'm definitely someone who struggles to maintain patience. If I want to get some sort of counterplay, like
5 rams,
this,
13 nuts. This ain't
it's
nothing.
very patient.
But there are
There's
walls
Vils
there, and there's
everywhere.
imp. There's imp coming in. So let's see how quickly
lost.
Dome. Sorry, Hut Base lost. Oh, so much, and that means the army is back in position too. And look at
True.
Dome. They've just repositioned their eco to the other side of the TCs. They don't care. They're long distancing a
Both
lot of wood.
players, we could see a castle, defensive castle as well.
Yep, and there it is.
Oh, there we do see it. That
Ooh,
is a lot of knights.
that is a lot of
and
knights.
camels now.
The castle will go up. But is that the MTC? No.
No.
Ooh.
The MTC could. Oh, I'm going to go for the castle instead, which.
Yep.
I mean, now that the
Oh, you got to
crossbow
delete
here,
them
I
all and
think-
get the crossbow in though.
Yeah, that's a deletion.
Delete, just delete.
Or among. I mean, look, Byzantine
Repair.
knights.
Yep. Byzantine Knights, not great.
they do have double armor, +1 attack as well, so
Yep. Missing bloodlines
decent.
is the biggest issue, and I think the
Yeah.
castle's going to stay up. The knights will go down, and Imp is in, and now we can just kill it with and the GG's call. And Dome of the Rock holds against the Hooker Hut B.
Wow.
That was a set. That was a really, really good set. I have a new Dome of the Rock theory, but I'm gonna just go through the statistics quickly and just see how this game played out. But you just look, I mean, Hut B with the KD, just getting pushed everywhere. Hut B with more resources collected, they've prioritized the boom. Dome going up a little bit slow. But still, what, 21 pop castle time, imp time. And whoop, don't look at APM. Okay. All right, you ready for my new Dome of the Rock theory?
Let's hear it. Lay it on me.
So, I said at the end of the last set, I was getting real Nessie vibes, and I still have Nessie vibes. Right? I'm not sold that this ain't Nessie. But do you know who these last two games I've just felt who's so comfortable being pushed like that, reacting to the pressure, spreading army out, and getting to imp on a 2 TCs? And I went Iceman. And Iceman's been a missing piece of the puzzle for me. And do you know what? Ice is rock hard sometimes. And ice makes igloos, which are dome shaped.
Wow.